we are telling you about a program for the deaf and the work that is being done by Broad Street Media. And joining us is a familiar face on TV8, and you see the hands. Those are the special gifted hands of Bonnie Amy Leonce. She is an interpreter, of course. And also on the other side of the table, we have Dario Nightingale, director of the program, director of Broad Street Media, and also Sandra White Belgrave. Good morning. Great to have you here with us as well. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Well, tell us about the program and the significance of the program and what Broad Street Media is all about. Okay. Broad Street Media program. We started by learning in this class that we had. This was done through the Ministry of Youth. We learned so much. We learned everything about photography. We learned about videography. We have experience where we want to be involved, whether it be with news, whether it be with weddings, funerals, whatever it is.
So I guess let's talk to Sandra as well. Sandra, good morning to you. Tell us about your involvement in this whole initiative.
Okay, my involvement really, yes, I was part of the program as well, and I really want to encourage the more of the deaf community to become involved as well. That was my real purpose for being there, because it's a great idea and I want us to be able to continue in that vein.
Bonnie, you have been the spokesperson for the community as long as we know right here on CBC. What does it mean for you helping the deaf to, really speak to all of us?
Okay, for me, it's really important. I think this is really an important project. For me, people still view the deaf community as being people that are out there and should be put away. Not being able to do anything really except mop. And really and truly, one person, when we went to BMX, we were explaining about the project, explaining about videography and photography and everything. And she said, "Oh, but I like how they make the mops." And we were like, "Oh, okay. That's it? That's it. Okay, so that was that." But some people still have this idea that whether you're disabled, whether you're deaf, whatever, that you're only capable of this much.
Certain jobs.
So for them to be out there and doing videos and watching the audio to see the different levels, because they obviously can't hear it, but they can see it, and then taking pictures and going out and interviewing people. Did interviews with people from different places, because NCSA will soon release different things that they've worked on, and they did interviews and everything. So and people were really impressed, but I think they're really surprised that the deaf were able to accomplish this.
So even with all these skills that they possess, even with everything that they're doing, there's still a stigma attached which needs to be broken.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, Mr. Nightingale agrees. How do you see this project then helping to change the way people view persons who are deaf? Okay, I know hearing people have this thing about looking at the deaf and wondering if they can, but I think the more that the deaf community becomes involved, the more that we get out there, the more that people see us doing things. For example, we would like to be able to do some videography for like graduations. Here's the brochure that we have, weddings. The more that we get out there, the more that we develop. As Bonnie said, we will soon be releasing a PSA, a public service announcement, that all the actors in it are deaf, and the people behind the scenes who are working the cameras are deaf. And we really want people to be able to see that the deaf can accomplish. Nice. Now, I've often heard people say if you lose the use of one sense, or you don't have the use of one sense, the other becomes stronger. So maybe they see things that we may have missed. What are your thoughts on that? Maybe we can have Sandra respond.
Well,
well, the deaf, they're very smart, they're very intelligent. The only thing that is hindering us in a way is really the ability to hear, but there's nothing wrong with our brains. And, people are really surprised when they see us out there. And I think hearing people really need to be patient and really learn to understand and how to communicate with us better.
Yes. Do you care to share a little bit about yourself, Sandra? Your experience.
Okay. I was born hearing. And I was involved in an accident when I was 2 years old. But I grew up all my life in a hearing community. But I was still involved in many different things. So I grew up and I wanted to be involved in the deaf community, and I saw the community and I said, you know what, I really can identify with them. And then I realized, you know what, the deaf have ability. They want to be able to achieve and want to be able to help themselves.
So she got involved. Fantastic.
That is great.
All right.
What message would you all like to send to employers who may see being deaf as a hindrance instead of really the other skills which could be so much more important for the job or the task at hand?
Okay. The deaf really want to find work. And we really want bosses and employers out there to really see that we are capable. People, they always think about, are the deaf skilled enough? But we see, we do, and, we are able to understand. And then sometimes people say, okay, you know what? Maybe we can give him a chance. And, the progress continues. And, what we want them to understand is that the deaf and the hearing, you really are the same.
So I can tell that there's a lot of passion here, Mr. Nightingale. So how can persons reach out if they want to be a part of this project? And are you open to other persons who are part of the deaf community coming in to add their skill set?
Yes. If the deaf community wants to be involved, sure, they can contact me. We are on Facebook, actually. We have a Facebook page, we have an email, and we also have a WhatsApp number. And we have a card right here.
Well, let's share that. Okay. So to make contact.
So we can contact either Dario or Sandra or myself. And Dario's number is 245-5411. Sandra is 843-6768. And if you forget it all, you can call CBC and get my phone number, which is 238-3819. So if you forget everything else, you can call CBC.
And there's always the NCSA.
And there's always NCSA.
Fantastic.
This is definitely great work being done by Broad Street Media and their team here. Of course, we have been speaking this morning to Dario Nightingale and Sandra White Belgrave. They are part of Broad Street Media, and of course our very own Bonnie Leons. She is an interpreter. Quarter to the hour, at the top of the hour, we have our news, but remember that we are talking NCDs this morning as well. We want to keep you up to date on the trends there. Dr. Ingrid Cumberbatch will be here to talk about it all.